In today's Leeds news, Ao Tanaka is a Leeds player, Isaac Schmidt update, Roland Sallai latest, Gustavo Hamer, and potential exits on deadline day. Morning folks, Jay here on the 30th of August, deadline day in the Championship and everywhere else, as well as we get into the final few hours of the transfer window. It's going to be a busy day. There's some stuff expected right now. We should be confirming one as I speak, as well as another one expected in the door very soon, and some potential third business being done, but unlikely at this stage. But we'll get to that in a sec. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week. We're nearly there. When this finishes, we will have daily news next week and the week after and the week after. We've got some content planned for next week around the transfer window on the channel as well, so you can check that out. And yesterday evening we did 2 live streams with the podcast, as well as doing a live stream on the transfers with Paul from Leeds Therapy, Max from Leeds Lately, as well as Lockie and Joe Blackburn on the podcast, so you can check all them out at the end of the video. But for right now, let's crack on and get into this, and we'll start off with the Ao Tanaka situation. As I speak right now, Leeds United have just released a fantastic tweet of Freddie Mercury singing in Wembley, shouting AO across the ground. So any second now, if I've got my timings right, we should see Ao Tanaka sat on your screen in a Leeds United shirt. Tanaka's medical was done and dusted yesterday, with the announcement expected at midday today. According to Graham Smith, the deal will be close to £3.3 million for the Japanese international. Tanaka, as I said, should be on your screen right now if I've got my timings right, so we can check him out in a Leeds shirt. Daniel Farke has wanted Tanaka for about a year now, and he's finally going to get the man that he wanted as his primary midfield target this time last season. Tanaka is a more attacking option than we had with Glenn Kamara, but still retains the passing accuracy that was very important to what Glenn Kamara brought to the Leeds United side last season. Tanaka tends to be in the high 80% when it comes to passing accuracy, but he also offers Leeds a threat from the edge of the box in goal areas as well. He averages between 4 and 7 goals a season, the same as well on assists, so he's popping up every year with about 10 goals and assists combined each year, which would, considering what we brought in last year with Leeds with 1, it's a big improvement from that, and again adds more goals in other areas of the park that we'll lose from not having Chris Somerville and Georgie Rutter this year. The big attribute that he brings for me, though, is tempo changing. He's a player that has a very quick burst of pace, good close control in tight areas, and can really pick a team up when it's a bit flat, and Leeds have needed that at times last year and already this season. So having a player in there like that who can pick up the tempo when Leeds need to pick it up is a huge asset for me, and one that I'm really looking forward to seeing running around a park for Leeds United. So Tanaka done and dusted in the door, relatively cheap for a decent midfielder, represents very good business if he ends up being as tidy for Leeds as he has been for Dusseldorf, and time will tell on that one. The next one to talk about is the Isaac Schmidt update. According to multiple publications in Yorkshire, in England and abroad, we are expecting Isaac Schmidt to fly to the UK this morning to complete his medical ahead of his move to Leeds United. Schmidt did play last night for St Gallen in their UEFA Conference League qualifier match and scored in that game as well, playing from right back. Scored a lovely left foot curler from the coming in on the right hand side and bending it into the far corner before going off on the hour mark. There was rumours that he'd gone off injured. It appears to be a kind of a I don't feel great, can I go off kind of thing, because my move's happening and I need to get moving kind of move. Connor Roberts, Rafinha and Jorginho Rutter also did similar things before they either joined Leeds or left Leeds. So it does happen. It has been seen to happen. Players do play before they go, but he prepared to say his goodbyes last night, so he should be coming in the door today. All going well, he will join Leeds United. Schmidt, 24, will provide competition for Jayden Bogle in the right back positions, whereas Sam Byram is seen as the competition for Junior Firpo in the left back positions. Gives Leeds cover in both those positions, but it should also be said that Schmidt can play right back, left back, centre midfield, right wing or left wing. I think he's even played up front at times as well. He is a very versatile player that will add an awful lot to the Leeds United squad. Schmidt, as I said, is due to fly into Leeds today ahead of his medical, and St Gallen will receive a record transfer fee that will rise to £4.6 million should Leeds get promoted to the Premier League. There is also a sell-on clause, rumoured sell-on clause. We'll clarify that when more detail comes out, but a rumoured sell-on clause to the player as well should he move on from Leeds down the line. Leeds are said to have offered Schmidt a lucrative and long-term contract at the club, so they clearly see some value in this player, and 4.6 million as a potential future transfer fee isn't a huge amount of money either, so again could represent decent business, but as right now is coming in and seen as cover. 24 years of age, good height, good player, very technically good, and we saw last night playing in the Conference League, scored a goal as well, and does chip in with a couple of goals this season as well. I think he's got 2 goals and 2 assists already this season for St. Gallen in their first 8 games, so that's a good one to keep an eye on. And then moving on to the potential ones, the ones that we're hoping we will see get done in the next couple of hours, and where we're at with these. And we'll start off with Roland Sallai, and it's a tricky one. Leeds have been in negotiations with Freiburg for a couple of days and are finding it difficult to break down what Freiburg want for the player. Freiburg described as playing hardball on this, and Leeds' current position on the deal, according to Sasha Tavaleri, is described as pessimistic about getting this deal over the line. Daniel Farke mentioned in his press conference yesterday ideally he'd like a specialist number 10, but does have other players in those positions. And I think if you look at what he said last week, he wanted 4 players, left back, cover, he's got that now with Schmidt coming in. Central midfielder Tanaka, he's got that in replacements for Georgie and Cree. Solomon and Ramazani were kind of given that 4 that he initially wanted. This number 10 would be the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake kind of situation. Would be a perfect way to close off a window, but it's looking like it might be getting more and more difficult to do. There are also rumours that some top flight clubs are also said to be interested in the player now, who weren't before and have now gotten involved in the deal, and that could be delaying processes there as well. Sallai can leave Freiburg on a free transfer at the end of this season should he not negotiate a deal away, or should Freiburg not get the fee that they want in this move. He can negotiate a free contract move in January once the window opens, and Leeds could be a team that he could very easily speak to, and Freiburg could lose their man for nothing. And that, I think, is what Leeds are hoping will happen here, that will force their hand into selling the player now. We can give you €9 million now for the player, or you can lose him at the end of the season for nothing. Your call. I think that's where it's at right now, but it's looking less and less likely that Roland Sallai will be a Leeds player, which is disappointing for me because he's the one that I would have really liked. But I still think it's a really good window, even without Sallai or Hamer even coming in. But we'll talk about Gustavo Hamer as well, and where we're at with this situation. According to the Sheffield Star, Leeds United still retain an interest in the Sheffield United attacker, but this could be a difficult one to get done. According to the Star, they reckon that Leeds will revisit a move for Gus Hamer today, with a second bid likely to go in. Yesterday, rumours circulate that Leeds had put a second bid in for the player. That was a cash plus player deal that included Joel Pirro. Leeds were very quick to come out and categorically deny that deal ever happened and was ever put in front of anybody. Joel Pirro is not leaving, and Daniel Farke went out of his way yesterday in his press conference to point out that Joel Pirro will be staying at Leeds United along with some other players as well. If Leeds are to get Hamer, they're going to have to get closer to the £18 million price tag that Sheffield United want. It is a huge amount of money for any championship club to pay, and it comes with a massive amount of risk should Leeds not get promoted into the Premier League next season. You can imagine a player like Hamer coming in might automatically guarantee you that, I'm playing as a number 10 where he doesn't have the defensive issues that he has from midfield, will get you the best out of the player. But it seems like a really unlikely one for me that this will happen. The championship record transfer, so a championship club buying a player, is £18 million that was paid by Burnley. And if Leeds want to get Gus Hamer, they're going to have to get close to breaking that record, or at least matching that record to get it done. It'll be a light one for me. I just don't see the cherry on top coming in. I don't see a Sallai or a Hamer coming in at this stage, and I really hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong, because I'd like to see either of them. But I just, you can picture players in a shirt. I just can't picture either two of them in a Leeds United shirt. I just think there's a lot of money needed for Hamer, not so much for Sallai, but still a considerable amount of money. So that's that situation. On the exits, we'll cover them off briefly. The Max Verber situation yesterday, Gladbach were expected to sell one of their players to Paris Saint-Germain. That deal has fallen through now and it isn't happening, which means that the 17 to 18 million pounds they were hoping to bring in isn't now coming in. Leeds quoted Gladbach 16.8 million pounds if they wanted to buy Verber, and a loan wasn't happening. So that looks very much like it is off. Max Verber has also changed his club in his bio on Instagram and social media accounts to Leeds United, where it was at Gladbach or empty for a while. He's now moved it back to Leeds. So that could be a sign that he's staying with Leeds for the remainder of this season, and we'll see how that one goes and how committed he will be now to Leeds, that he's going to be sticking around for a bit. And then on Willie Gnonto's situation, according to reports yesterday, it's very unlikely that Gnonto leaves. He looks very happy in training this morning, and as of right now there's no interest in the player. Graham Smith did say yesterday that he expects somebody to have a go at Gnonto before the window closes, but as of right now that's looking unlikely. The only one I can see going in from at this stage is somebody like Crystal Palace, who might need a replacement for some of the players have left them, and if they lose anybody today, maybe they make that move. So we'll have to wait and see. But folks, that's going to be it for me today. Massive thanks as always. I'll be back tonight for the final hour of the window with the deadline day wrap up, and we'll cover that off. I'm also on Just Joe's show between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock today as well. You can check that out if you want to. It'll be a busy day. We'll keep you updated. Stick with us, and I'll talk to you later on this evening. See you then. Bye.